The compiled model has fundamental limitations. That's not to say it isn't useful, but when you think about it, if you're going to collect data once and sell it to many, by its very nature, it has to be static. If the core data changes every 15 seconds, you can't collect it once and sell it to many. So all of us have grown accustomed to using this old, tired, static data. SIC code, employment size, corporate affiliations. These are all things that don't change minute by minute. And we've managed for 45 years to use this data, do the best we can with modeling techniques to identify sales and marketing opportunity. So if you look across the business-to-business landscape, you'll see that these few data elements have really been the core of how we try to predict everything. Today, if you bought all the compiled data from everybody in the world that sells it, there's about 5 billion gigabytes of data you can buy. In the internet today, there's about 25 billion gigabytes a day that are captured and stored and available for use. By the way, most of this data has been collected in the last 2 years, so it's not surprising that companies today really don't have the programs in place to take full advantage of this new sea of data. Rather than being static, the data is very dynamic. Today we call that signals and triggers. The compiled world is mostly focused around the US because for that 45-year period, the companies who used compiled data were heavily US-centric. It's no longer the case. Companies around the world do decisioning based on data. The new data tends to be global in its nature. So there is an enormous advantage and an imperative for companies around the world to really understand the nature of big data, how to access it, how to structure it, and how to allow the data to drive its decisioning systems, and maybe most important, when the insights become apparent, how to make sure those insights are used by the corporation effectively. The stage is set for great things. Instead of relying on 5 billion gigabytes of static data, that's 5 billion in total, we have access to 25 billion gigabytes of dynamic data every day. The ability to ingest that data into systems that can structure and organize it are getting better and are great and getting better every day. The ability to find the insights once the data is structured through sophisticated modeling techniques are here now. And the ability to take those insights and distribute them effectively to the point of use so that the insight can benefit the company, the tools to do that are getting better every day. When you look at things like Salesforce.com and Eloqua and Marketo and the internal systems of the major brands that allow this kind of data to be made available in a timely fashion to the point of use, it's not like it used to be.